You know that moment when you tell your child, please get ready for school, and 5 minutes later, watching cartoons? Or when you ask them to clean up their toys and they just say no and run off to play with something else. Exhausting, right? Well, today we are talking about that very struggle. Why your child doesn't listen and what's really going on behind those little eyes and big emotions. Hi, welcome back to Beyond Words with Indu, your space for parenting tips, self care, and supporting every child, including those with special needs. I am Indu, a speech therapist, feeding therapist, parenting coach, and most importantly, a mom of two. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our tips on parenting. This is the start of our behavior series where each episode helps you understand your child better and gives you practical strategies you can actually use at home. And if you have missed our previous series on screen addiction or mealtime series, I highly recommend checking them out. They tie in beautifully with what we are discussing here. Let me tell you about Priya, a mom of 4-year-old Arav. Every evening, she faces the same scene. Arav, pack your toys? No. Arav, please put the blocks back? No. Priya would raise her voice. Arav would scream louder. And it would end up with tears on both sides. It sounds familiar? I'm sure many of you are nodding right now. And here is the thing. Arav was not being naughty. He wasn't trying to make Priya angry. His brain was just busy. Why kids don't listen? First, let's talk about the brain development. At 3 to 5 years, a child's prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for self-control, focus, and planning, is still under construction. So even if you give a perfectly polite instruction, their brain may not be ready to process it immediately. The second one is desire for the independence. Children start discovering their own voice. Saying no or resisting instruction is their way for asserting autonomy. A completely normal, healthy developmental stage. The third one is the attention span. A 4-year-old's attention span is short, often 8 to 12 minutes, and less if tired, hungry, or overstimulated. If they are absorbed in building a tower of blocks, they might literally not hear you when you call from across the room. The fourth one is temperament differences. Some kids are naturally more energetic, curious, or strong-willed. These traits make them more resistant to follow instructions, especially when they feel rushed or controlled. Now back to Priya. Instead of commanding, I suggested, Arav, should we put the blocks first or the cars first? Arav paused, thought and said, cars first. And just like that, he cleaned up without a battle. This simple shift, giving small choices, makes children feel in control while still guiding them. Now let's talk about what many of us do instinctively and why it sometimes backfires. Yelling or raising your voice often escalates the battle. Children resist even more. Repeating instruction endlessly, saying the same thing 5 to 10 times doesn't magically work. It turns into background noise. Bribing or threatening. If you don't clean up, no TV. May work once, but children start doing things only for reward or to avoid punishment. Then assuming naughtiness, labeling your child as stubborn can make you react emotionally instead of thoughtfully. Now, here's what works instead. Offer small choices instead of commands. Do you want to put away the blocks first or the cars first? Second, keep instructions short and simple. Break tasks into steps. Pick up the blocks. Done. Now the cars. Narrate emotions calmly. I see you're frustrated because you want to keep playing. Fourth one is make eye contact and get their attention first. Walk over, gently touch the shoulder and then give instruction. The fifth one is use gentle routines and consistency. After playtime, we clean up before snack. The sixth one is model the behavior you want to see. Children learn more from watching than being told. Remember, parents, it's not about instant obedience. It's about connection, patience, and guiding independence. Small changes make a huge difference. Like Arav, one simple choice turned a 10-minute tantrum into 2 minutes of calm cleanup. That's it for today's episode of Behavior series. Next episode, we will dive deep into tantrums and emotional explosions. How to stay calm, understand triggers, and respond effectively without yelling or giving in. Let's raise children who feel seen, not just corrected. And remember, when parents understand, children transform. Stay tuned for the next episode.